What's up? Hey, you two. What's going on, baby? Alright, today we're gonna do a story time since I'm fucking tired of shit from work and I just don't have time for anything else. So, today's story involves fighting and violence at school. That's right. So, let me take you back in time to my sophomore. No. My freshman year of college. That's right, I went to college. I don't go anymore. I dropped out, and I'll do a why I dropped out of college video in the future. But for now, I'm going to tell this story. So, it was a boring, tired, exhausted Thursday night in college. I didn't take Friday classes, so it didn't matter. I didn't have class in the morning. I could stay up as late as I wanted, so it was like 2 or 3 a.m. And I'm hanging out with my buddy Chris, and we're like, hey, let's let's see if we can get some weed to smoke because back then I used to smoke weed a lot and do the whole stoner thing. I don't do it anymore, but that was my thing back then. So we're looking. We cannot find any weed for the longest time. So I think it ended up like the only guy we could get it from at that time of night. We had to walk super far through like the hood, and we had to pay like way too much. But we were like, fuck it, we want it. So we went and did it. So we walk. We get there. We get the weed. We fucking get back to campus. We made it through the hood safe. It was like a fucking probably like an hour and a half round trip walk. So we get back to campus and we're like, all right, let's smoke it. So we roll up a blunt. We're smoking. We're chilling. You know. Next thing you know, two kids walk by who I didn't recognize at all, but they're looking at my buddy Chris like this, like the most pissed, like biggest eyes I'd ever seen on anybody in my life. That's why I've been doing that for the whole videos, cause like I'd never seen anybody just like, you know what I'm saying? Like it looked nuts to me. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? So they're just walking past, staring at him, and out of nowhere, the kid starts talking shit like, "Hey, you're looking at me like the way you looked at me at that party." He's talking to my buddy Chris. He's like, "You're looking at me like you did that one night, like right before you hit me." So that's when I realized, oh shit, this must be the kid who Chris had told me he had gotten into a fight with at this frat party a couple days before. So that's when it clicked in my head, like, okay, these people fought. My buddy Chris ended up getting into a fight with this kid when I wasn't around. So now he wants payback or some shit. So I'm like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? So there was two of them and two of us. So I'm like standing there. Or no, I'm sitting there because we were sitting on a little stone bench wall. Like the entire grass area was lined with a stone bench before the sidewalk. So we were sitting on that. And so the kid who my buddy Chris fought, I'm just gonna call him Kid One, and then the kid who was with the guy my buddy Chris fought, I'm gonna call him Kid Two. So Kid One is talking shit to my buddy Chris, saying, "Oh, blah blah blah, you're this." He's calling him a bitch. Pretty much every generic "we're about to fight" word that you could think of. On top of mentioning like that, my buddy Chris claimed all kinds of gang affiliation before, like, cause he was wasted and I don't know, he was just cringy, and he was yelling. I guess I wasn't there, but I guess he was yelling that he knows a lot of gang members, which he doesn't. So, anyways, uh, the dude's saying like, "Oh, if you keep saying all that stuff, you're gonna get yourself shot." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't even know you." He's like getting all up in my face. I'm like, "I don't know you. I have nothing to do with this." He's like, "Well, you're this kid's friend, right?" And I'm like, I yeah, I guess." And then so then basically his buddy Kid Two is like, okay. He basically states that if kid 1 fights my friend Chris, then kid 2 is going to try fighting me. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to walk away from this situation without fighting. Because I don't like to fight. Nobody likes fighting unless you're a fucking douchebag. So I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for something to happen, and then the kid's like, stay off of blank blank, which I'm not going to say the name of the street, but he said stay off the street, which is like really just a stupid thing to say. So kid 1 said that to Chris, and Chris is like, oh, I go wherever I want. And for some reason that just triggered something. And kid 1 starts hitting Chris in the face. Right when that happens, when I look over at that, kid number 2 goes to tackle me. And I have wrestling experience, so like if you go to tackle me and you don't know what you're doing, it's really easy for me to just reverse that and fling you around. So he tackles me, but he doesn't have like a good stance at all. He's standing almost straight up when he tries to tackle me. So I just ended up getting an underhook where you scoop your arm up underneath someone's arm and then swinging him around over the stone wall onto the grass, and I'm on top of him at this point, like all in one fluid motion. So I'm sitting down, he dives towards me, I stand up, flip him back this way, and he's on his back and I'm above him, MMA style. And I'd never even been in a real fight before, so I'm just like blasting this kid in the face, and it's like, it seemed like a freaking, it seemed like an out-of-body experience, because I was like, I'd never thought I was going to do something like this. So I'm punching him, elbowing him, doing all kinds of stuff, and then he's like, oh, hell no, and he, like, goes to stand up. And, like, when he stands up, he catches me in a headlock, and so he catches me in a headlock, and I'm, like, stuck in this headlock trying to, well, when he got me in the headlock, I didn't try to escape from the headlock. I tried to tackle him again, like, with my head up against his side, like, boom, pushing into him, but he had a better stance at that point, I'll admit. So we were kind of like stuck there, like me in a headlock, trying to tackle him, and him in a headlock, or him with me in a headlock, trying not to get tackled. And he's just like, let me go, let me go. And then right when he said that, his fucking kid number 1 just comes up out of nowhere and knees me in the stomach with like the most vicious knee I'd ever got in my life. It felt like his knee freaking hit all the way through my internal organs and hit me in the spine through the front of my body. I was like, ugh. Yeah, serious, don't get kneed. Just do whatever it takes, do not get kneed. Because I just like let go immediately, almost passed out. I sat down on the bench. Them 2 kids ran away. Chris is like, come on, let's go, we gotta go. And then we ran away. And I guess that was the fight. I get back to my dorm, I'm like checking myself out. I didn't have any scratches on me, nothing. No cuts. I'm feeling through my hair, and there's like a big pile of blood, like a big, like when you get blood in hair and it like sticks together like glue. There's a big patch of my hair that's all stuck together with blood, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And it turned out, what I guess it was, the kid had a lot of piercings on his face. He must have been bleeding really badly from when I hit it. I must have popped, he had an eyebrow piercing too. I think I popped his eyebrow piercing completely open, and it was bleeding down his face onto his leather jacket, because leather jackets don't absorb blood. It'll just drip. And then he had me in the headlock, and I think the blood was running down his arm onto my head, because he had me by the head, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have any cuts on me, and there was a ton of blood in my hair. And the fight was like halfway of a fight, halfway of like an MMA style like wrestling match, and he was all complaining about that too. He's like, oh, I don't wrestle. And I'm like, dude, like, if you don't wrestle, first of all, why would you initiate a fight with it by trying to do a wrestling move, a takedown? If you don't wrestle, why would you initiate a fight with a tackle? First of all. Second of all, even if you didn't, I don't care what you say, I'm going to wrestle you because that's my best skill. I don't box. You know, I don't box. So why would I stand there and try to box you? Anyways, I don't have anything to review today. I don't have any stuff to review. I'm going to be trying to cop some Supreme this Thursday. So look forward to a video on that. But as far as this goes, you know, I just felt like doing a story time video. If you guys like these story times, let me know. because I'm definitely going to be coming at you with more of these. I like telling stories. I like storytelling is my passion. Sure, I like reviewing stuff and whatever, but I'm going to mix it up from now time to time. So I know that was illiterate as fuck, but peace out, YouTube. Have a nice day.